mode.
Hello and welcome. My name is Dean Mannheimer. It is my privilege and my pleasure to share with you tonight what I call the DubLi story. Now, before I begin, a couple of quick notes that I want to make. Number one is I'm going to give you the high points on what I consider the retail side of our business, because that's the underpinning. It's also the most important piece to what the DubLi business model is. And my expectation is that you've been given a tour of DubLi.com by whoever invited you onto this presentation. Now, if for some reason you've not had the opportunity to have a tour given to you, please, when you have a chance, get back to who invited you on this presentation and have them give you that tour. The second thing is my job is to give you information in as concise and a professional manner as I can, so that you've got the information, you've got the facts that you need to be able to make a good decision for you and your family. Now, whatever decision you make, God bless, it's your decision. My job is just to see to it that you have the facts. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to give you some information about the type of industry that DubLi is involved in, a little bit of history about the company, the people that are driving the business on the day-to-day basis, as well as the people that are influential in the direction that DubLi goes, and then we'll talk about the offering to the public, and then we'll talk a little bit about the opportunity itself as it relates to those of us who are engaged in the business, and those of you that have been invited on to have the opportunity to see what kind of a potential business this might be for you. So having said that, let's talk a little bit about what's happening in terms of what we call the industry, and the industry is e-commerce. There has been an absolute explosion taking place in e-commerce. We've all listened to the reports on the radio. We've seen it on the news. We've read it in the newspapers about how the e-commerce revolution is taking place. In other words, the brick and mortar world, the store sales are decreasing while the online sales are increasing, and that's across the board. It's not just in one country, one region. As you can see here, and these numbers, by the way, come from a source called eMarketer. From 2012 to 2016, it has doubled, going from over $1 trillion in sales to over $2 trillion online. And you can also see that it's done across the board, not just, again, in one country, one region, but it's all regions around the world, from Asia Pacific, North America, all the way through the Middle East and Africa. And it's impacting everybody. But as strong as these numbers look, folks, this is just the beginning. We have just literally scratched the surface for what is about to happen and what's going to be taking place. And you truly are in the right place at the right time to be able to see what is really coming. When I go through the offering to the public, what we call the retail side, I'm going to talk about the stores. I'm going to talk about the financial advantage for customers and what it means to them. We're going to talk about the savings that will impact them. We're going to talk about how they can personalize it. There's a lot of things that we're going to cover that will absolutely, without a doubt, make this revolutionary in terms of the public and their desire and their involvement with DubLi on a global basis. But let me give you a little history, first of all, about the company. First of all, they are a publicly traded company. They were founded in June of 2003. Now, the reason that that's important is because when people look at the potential of a business or the potential of engaging with a company, we know that most startups fail within their first couple of years, 3 to 5 years. And so I would never look at an opportunity to look at a business that wasn't all over the 5 years in terms of age, because they have not gone through those trials and tribulations that all new companies have to go through. So here's a company, 2003, to where we're at today. So we're talking about a 13-year-old company. And as I mentioned, they are publicly traded. Their headquarters is in Seattle, and they've got 9 regional offices around the world. So here's a company that's not only gone past the 5 years. I mean, they're 13 years old. And they've got offices on a global basis, so they have expanded and they have a footprint so that regardless of how you want to build your business, whether it's domestically, internationally, you have the ability to do just that. So that would be one point for somebody to take a look at as they're looking at the possibility of a business. Now, the second is who's guiding the company and what kind of management team do they have in place. Now, what DubLi has done is they've taken a good number of years, and I mean a good number of years, to source out the right people to put them in their jobs that have the expertise to take this company in the direction that the owner and the founder, who is Michael Hansen, has always wanted to do. Now, as I mentioned, they are publicly traded, and as such, they have a board of directors. Now, I'm not going to go through the backgrounds of all of these people because as a publicly traded company, you all have access to that. And I would encourage you to do your own due diligence, if I get the word out. And you can go online and you can see who these people are. They've got incredible backgrounds. Some of these people have been presidents, CEOs of other companies, and this is everybody from, the chairman of the board, from David Polite, to a number of the board of directors, the CEO, who's Mitch Hill, and it's the bottom line of folks that you see are responsible for the day-to-day running of the business. The top line of people are the people that are here to guide it, set it in the direction that it's going to be going into. And these people are absolutely well known. They got great backgrounds, very successful in their companies that they've either owned and or guided and managed in the past. And it's a very, very powerful group of people that Michael Hansen has surrounded himself with to make sure that they've got the right people, so that as the growth moves forwards with the kind of business that Michael wants to have on a global basis in the e-commerce world, that they've got the personnel to make that absolutely happen. So that's the second piece. So you get the time, you get the type of people, who's guiding it, and then the third really is the offering to the public. And here's what's important about this. And here's DubLi's approach as it relates to the consumer. We're not trying to convince a customer to buy our product because it's a new formulation. It's cheaper, it's better, it's stronger, it's taller, it's faster. It's whatever the sales pitch is out there in the sales world, if you will. What we basically see from a company standpoint is this: buy from the companies you already trust. Buy the brands you already trust. Buy it from the same stores. At worst case scenario, at the same price. More than likely, it's going to be at a better price because you're coming through us in a convenient way, a buying experience that you can enjoy, delivered to your home. And oh, by the way, on the best price, the best deal delivered to your home, DubLi pays them cash back. They cannot get going direct to exactly the same source to do the same thing. Now, here's the amazing thing about this. They're talking about all the major brands. I mean, we don't have to convince people that Best Buy is a good brand, that Nordstrom's a good brand, that Macy's is a good brand, that Expedia is a good brand, that Office Depot. These companies across the board have spent hundreds of millions of dollars branding themselves, branding who they are, cultivating their own customer base. And so what DubLi has done is they've brought them all together under one roof in a convenient, exciting way so that the customers have the opportunity to enjoy great service, great pricing, and the cash back. Now, here's what the company's done. It shows here over 10,000 brands, but the brands that are out there today have multiple brands depending on the store, depending on the country that they're moving into. You could have one brand under 6 or 7 names because that's just how they do business. And the reality is this: they represent over 100,000 plus stores on a global basis now, folks, around the world, over 1 billion products. And what DubLi has established is that the stores that DubLi has put the relationships together have coupons, deals, specials. Some of them are offered to the public but that have funneled through in DubLi. Some of them are only for DubLi customers. The more the customer uses their own shopping environment here, the website, it's personalized for them, it's customized to them. It's in multiple languages, in multiple currencies. Their emails, newsletters are custom to them. They have all the tools that they need from the SafeMate and the customer referral programs that are built into this, saving them great money. Now, the other thing that it allows them to do is it allows them to what we call stack their savings. When you look at what people do and they're shopping online, we're in a hurry, we get forgetful. But DubLi has put tools in place that the customer only needs to register one time. Now, if they're on a computer, they download what we call our SafeMate. Doesn't matter whose browser they're using, it covers all the browsers. And then they can literally go, if they use Google, if they use Bing or whatever, and they're searching for a product, it's going to remind them, don't forget your cashback. Just activate the cashback. They never have to come back to DubLi again. So this way they never forget. They always get the best price. They're always getting the best deal that's made available to them. If they go direct to the store, they just type in the store's URL. Right at the top, it's just going to pop up and say activate cashback. Here's the amazing thing about this. They can be registered with a given store. And since they're registered, whatever coupons, discounts, whatever benefits they get it all. It doesn't matter whose credit card they use. If they use a credit card where the provider gives them frequent flyer miles, cash back, they get it all. They get the best deal, best price, best of the best delivered to their home, and DubLi pays them cash back on top of that. They cannot get, again, doing exactly the same thing they're going to do anyway. So folks, here's the question you got to ask yourself from a customer standpoint. If the customer is going to go to the XYZ store and they're going to buy whatever product they want to buy, and they can go direct to the store without having ever been a DubLi customer and get it delivered to their homes and at the same price, and or do exactly the same thing, having registered with DubLi as a customer first, and have it come back to them same price, but now get cash back they're not going to get if they hadn't registered? Why wouldn't they? That is a simple, easy process for them to do. The apps for the smartphones, in certain parts of the world, that's the tool of choice. I mean, a lot of places in the world, people shop and do all their transactions from the phone versus a computer. But it's going to make things simple and easy for people. You can refer your friends. You can refer relatives. Great deal, because when you've got a great deal, you've got an amazing offering, and it's free to them. Why wouldn't customers refer the other customers and let them know? We do that when we go into a store. We see sales, we see a price, we call it, hey, by the way, I know you were looking for this item. I was just over here and they got it on sale at 20% off, 50% off. We share the good news. And so it's going to be very simple and very easy for people to do that. And it's simple for customers to use it. They register, as I say, for free. They literally go pick the stores that they already trust, they want to shop at. They shop, they buy, and they're earning cash back. That's literally how simple it is. 1, 2, 3. Now, here's the thing about the memberships for the customers. There's three memberships. 2 are free, and 1 has a price attached to it. Now, the basic is what everybody gets when they sign up as a free customer of DubLi. Now, DubLi is also employing something called gamification. And let me explain to you quickly here what gamification is. I happen to be a Starbucks fan. I enjoy a good cup of coffee, and I like Starbucks product. And so I have their app on my phone. So what Starbucks does is when you go in and you pay for it and you've got it on your phone and they click on it and they do their thing, they give you stars, and when you have so many stars, then they give you the next latte, cup of coffee, whatever it is you buy, you get for free. That's gamification. It's just kind of it keeps you engaged. It's fun. Gamification is an exciting aspect, and all stores today, both brick and mortar stores, online stores, are all employing it. People love to be able to earn benefits and whatnot. So the Premier is just that. It's also free. You earn it there by what we call boost points. And you get boost points when you download the SmartMate. You get boost points when you're using your app. You get boost points when you tell a story about a product you buy. There's a lot of different ways. It's fun. It's exciting for the customers. And it doubles, you heard me right, it doubles the cash back that they're entitled to. So a basic customer will automatically be a Premier customer for 90 days, but when they see the value it represents and they see how simple it is to earn the boost points and keep them there, they're going to do that. The stackable deals is exactly what I just talked about. If you got coupons, discounts, whose credit card, you're literally getting the best deal available to you, and it's delivered to your home. Now the VIP is $99 a year. The VIP customers will get everything that both the basic and Premier customers get for free. It's all included, but they also get an extra 6% on every single dollar they spend across the board. Every single store, service company, it doesn't matter, on top. A flat 6%. It's an amazing offering. There's also coupons, savings, discounts that are made specifically and only to VIP customers. So they're getting an extra benefit because they happen to be a VIP customer. And they will have the benefits that we call it the VIP lounge, that allows them to grow those benefits, that makes it really where all of our customers are ultimately going to be. But they make the decision to do that. And what happens is the free customers, when they experience the DubLi shopping experience itself, and they see the value, it becomes a simple decision for them to make. They pay the $99 a year. I mean, there are certain companies out there today that have a very close fee, the same $95, $99. You get certain little benefits that come with it, but they don't pay a cash back like DubLi does. So it's a great value to the consumer, huge value to the consumer. And the customers have access to their cash back in all kinds of ways. PayPal, they can use the DubLi brand and MasterCard that they can get from DubLi. They can take it offline and use it anywhere that the MasterCard's accepted Bitcoin. They can transfer it to their own bank account and then use it that way. DubLi makes it very simple, very easy for the customers to be able to get access to the cash back, use it online if they want, or use it offline. It's up to them. And there are customers already today that have been using the DubLi experience, and enjoying the DubLi experience, I should say, and the shopping and the service company, all the things that are available, and they're saving thousands of dollars, $2,000 a year. And think about it. For $99 a year, even if you look at the here's one for $800, would you swap $99 for $800? The answer is absolutely. You do it all day long as often as it was offered to you. So the customers are already starting to talk about it. That is the foundation. Now again, I'm hoping you've been given the tour of DubLi.com and see all the value that DubLi offers a consumer. I just took you very quickly through the high points so that what I'm showing you tonight, we can do it in a very concise time frame. So that's the foundation, it's the base. As DubLi continues to grow products and services, and they will across the board on a global basis, that just increases the value that DubLi will represent to the consumer. So let's change gears here a little bit and let's talk about business and how those of us who've chosen to engage in DubLi from a business standpoint are enjoying the benefits of it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the compensation side, how it's earned. I'm going to I'm going to share some high points with you. There's 8 different ways that earnings that can be generated at DubLi. We do an extensive training on the compensation plan, but for the sake of this presentation, I'm just going to touch very quickly on the high points. So what you can do is you can see that we've got the personal commissions, and it works this way. First thing you can do is decide how you want to get started. One of the ways that we do that, we have a $99 business license. We all pay that. It's a one-time fee. And then there's a $39 a month renew, or $39 a year. Let me clarify that. $39 a year on a renewal basis. And that just helps to identify our business people and keeps them in tune with what's going on and what's happening in terms of the business. And then we select a package. One of the packages that's available is the $495 package. And for $495, we get 6 of the VIP memberships. Now, as I just mentioned to you when I took you through the retail side, those memberships are $99 a piece. So there's basically $600 worth of product here. Now, the business associate's going to use one of them for themselves. They're going to have 5 that are left. So if they sell the other 5, that's basically their cost dollar back for the package, and they're off building their business. So this is one way. And the packages that I'm showing you are designed to really fit your business plan, what's important to the individual, whether you want a small business, regional business, national business, international business, whether you're part-time, full-time, whether you want to build a significant income stream, those types of things. The second package is designed with a couple of people in mind. Now, this package is $2,475. The 2 people in mind that will select this are generally business people who have already been very successful in whatever line of endeavor they're coming from. They've made good money. They know how to take care of customers. They know how to take care of their employees. They have a personality that says, I want to move quick, I want to move fast. And so they will then want to maximize their income, minimize what we would say is leaving any money on the table. They'll select this. The other group that will select this are those who want to market what we call our partner programs. I'm going to take you through the partner program in a moment, but the partner program is a co-branded site for both profit companies and nonprofit companies. What I just showed you on the retail side with DubLi's name, for a partner, it would be their name. It could be an airlines. It could be a church. It could be a school. It could be whatever. And the reason that they engage in that format with DubLi is to be able to generate a 30% revenue stream from their own database and their referred database. It will come from that. Not by selling them product, but by offering them something of value. It's a great way to say thank you for your patronage, thank you for your support, thank you for being involved with us. And that's why the partner program is so powerful. And we do have people that want to market to those both profit and nonprofit companies. Now, it works this way. There's 30 of those VIP memberships. So again, there's $3,000 worth of product. So you're paying $2,475, $2,475, $3,000 worth of product right there. It also includes $1,000 certification training for the partner program. Even if somebody wasn't engaging, it didn't select this package, I should say, and they selected the $495 and then decided if they wanted to market partner programs, they'd have to pay the $1,000 separately to go through the training. It's required to make sure that they're properly educated and trained on how to market partner programs. It doubles their initial commission coming out of the gate from 5 to 10%. We also have some DubLi, what we call them splash pages, squeeze pages. There's a number of names they come under. They're branded to the partner program, so you can drive customers to there. They can go get educated, and any transaction they generate, it will be attached to them. Now, generally, we sell those separately. They're $399 a year for the whole package, but that's also included in this. So you've got over $4,400 in true, real dollar value. They're getting it for $2,475. But the reality is, it's just a matter of which package fits your business plan. It's not one over the other. It's which one fits your business plan. Now let's talk about the earnings first of all. Number one, we earn personal customer commissions. Now this is on customers we personally enroll, and anybody they refer. It's all considered part of our personal customer base, and we make anywhere from 20 to 30%. That's number one. Simple, real easy. Let me give you an example of what that means. Let's just assume, and by the way, these are examples just to give you a snapshot. Please understand this is not a guarantee of income, but this is just to give you an idea of potential. That's all it is. Let's say you have 100 customers let's say you've referred 4 or 5 or 10, and then the rest have come from their referrals. So you got 100 customers, 80 are free, 20 are VIP members. Well, DubLi knows historically $150 is the annual cash back for an average customer. And that's based, by the way, on the old model with all the new tools and the new offerings to the company. That income is going to just grow tremendously, but we're going to work with a smaller number. So if you look at 80 customers, 150, you're going to be at a 30% commission on that cash back, so the earnings is $3,600. The VIP customers, same cash back at 150. The mathematic extension, if you will, when you go through that, would be $900, but then the business associate also earns a commission of 20% on the VIP membership. So in this example, there's a little bit under $5,000, $4,896. Again, just an example. So you can, what if you had more customers? What if they were spending more money? What if there were more VIPs? But that's just to give you a snapshot and an idea. I want to give you an idea also on how we move through what we call our ranks, our advancements, our promotions, if you will, in our business. And it works this way. If you selected the $495 package, you're given the title of team member, and that's what TM stands for. Here's the ranks and here's the titles right here on the left-hand side. So at $495, you're a team member. As you are building your business and you share the opportunity with some people, let's say you've enrolled 3 people who also select the team member package, just like this example here, you get your first promotion to what we call a team leader. That's the TL. Duplicate the process one more time so that your 3 team members become team leaders. You get another promotion to team coordinator. Do it one more time so your 3 team leaders become team coordinators as well, and you're promoted to sales director. Very simple, folks. Very easy. 3 who get 3 who get 3. If you graphed it out mathematically, 3, 9, 27 is 39 people. That's in a perfect world, which we don't live in. Most sales directors, when they get there, have 50 people to, or 50 members to 300 members. But again, you can see how simple you get here. The top 2 positions in the business are vice presidents and senior vice presidents. It will change a little bit. You need to have at least 5 sales teams. Needs to be a sales director someplace in each one of the sales teams. They don't need to be personally enrolled by you. And you get promoted to vice president. Same basic structure for senior vice president, at least 5 sales teams. Someplace in each one of those sales teams is vice president, and you're promoted to senior vice president. So I want you to get this understanding here briefly because it impacts the rest of the income side. For example, the number 2 is on what we call our Fast Start bonus. And we have several components to it. Number 1 is a pure Fast Start, 10%. $495, 10% of that's $49.50. If somebody selects the PPA package at $24.75, you earn $247.50. Simple and easy. 10%, you personally enroll them, whatever package they select. That's number two. Number three is we also use what we call a binary. It's basically two sales teams. You have a right sales team and a left sales team. You may sponsor 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 100 people, but for the sake of what we call your fast start earnings, the very quick upfront money, those will be funneled into two sales teams, one on the right, one on the left. The only thing you need to make note on this is also represents 10%. Again, we do a very extensive training on this, but I want you to just get a feel for income potential here. 10% fast start, 10% cycle bonus. That right there is 20%. They also will pay you 10% on all the earnings, the checks that your personally enrolled will get, also on those cycle bonuses, by the way. So if you've enrolled 5, 10, 20, whatever your number is, you're going to get 10% of their check. If they get $1,000, you're going to get 100. If their check is 500, you're going to get 50. And then as you move through the ranks, that's the reason that I showed you those ranks, and you build your business, they will also pay generation bonuses. It's through 4 generations, 2 10s, 2 5s. Again, just if you're making notes, write down this. Really good money up front, very fast, that allows both part-time and full-time people the ability to make the kind of money that they need to help pay some bills, but also has some additional revenue coming in to sustain and develop and grow their business. Very simple, very easy. This is the same snapshot I just showed you on the ranks, and the residual income is what we call the it's not the binary. This is what basically, for lack of a better term, is called a unilevel, but it works this way. The only thing that goes in the binary is the very first purchase that's generated by somebody joining the business. Everything after that goes into this right here. All the customers' purchases, daily, monthly, weekly purchases, everything goes right here. This is where the residual income is generated. This is what I call our exit strategy income. This is building a business over a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, to whatever you want it to build to. And whether you work or don't work, you know the income will be there because it's being driven from a customer, not from a distributor, not from a business associate. This is customer driven. This is where we talk about exit strategy, and it doesn't matter what your financial number is. 5,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 100,000, whatever your number is. When you can see your income is 100% funded from right here, you're done. Regardless of whatever is going on in the business side, this is your residual income. These are the titles. Again, 5% is assigned to each one of them. This is the aggregate total, so you can see how this adds up here. We also pay a generation, because as you build your business, you will have people of equal rank, especially when you start at the team coordinator level. So if you've got one in your organization, you'll get a 2% override on that entire group, all the way to the bottom. Sales directors will pick up 2 generations, vice presidents 3, and senior vice presidents 2. The one thing I will tell you about this, don't let those small percentages fool you. We take dollars and cents to the bank, not percentages. Again, this is to give you an example, just an example of what we're talking about. This basically says somebody builds an organization of 100 business associates, just 100, and they only have 30 customers, 30. 20 are free, 10 are VIPs. Simple, moderate, nice numbers. And we ran the extension for you. So on an 80-20 rule, you got 2,000 free customers and 1,000 VIP customers. Here's the extension. There's the $99 referral fee. There's the earnings. Here's the same $150 I showed you early on the average cash back. This is the commissions that will be generated on the 30% revenue. Or I should say, this is organizational, so this will be on 10%, an average of 10% for you. So here's the income generated here, and this is the extension. So this says on an organization of 100 business associates, 20 are free, 10 are VIPs, you would earn residually roughly $55,000 a year. That's what it says, whether you're working or not working. If you had 1,000 business associates, and again, this is just to give you an example, that's over $500,000, folks. Residual income every single year, residual income. So again, that's just to give you an example. All the tools that you need to build your business, online, offline, have been generated for you. Very well done, class done. You can have it prepared. It's coded to you. You've got the brochures that are done. You've got banners that are done. You literally have everything that you need to run your business. DubLi also has an academy. They know that education is critical. It's important. They want to make sure that everybody knows what they need to do, how to run a business, how to run their DubLi business. You know, there are leadership roles that can be taken. So they've got the pieces put in place to make sure that that happens. As it relates to DubLi itself, people are already starting to talk about it. You know, Fox Business News, you know, there's been some interviews that have been done. We'll be hearing more and more of it as it starts to hit the airways. So again, the momentum will start to pick up as that takes place. The partner program, as I mentioned earlier, is a co-branded site. This just is a representation for you. Instead of DubLi up here, you can see it's the name of the partner. Like I said, it could be an airlines, it could be a church, it could be a school, it could be, you know, whatever it is, and they earn that 30% revenue stream. On the partner program side, again, as an example, this is why partners will do this. They're earning a 30% commission revenue stream on every commissionable transaction generated by their database and the referrals that come from their database. And this just says this is a partner with 10,000 customers. Same 80-20 rule. 80% are free, 10% are VIPs. And we're talking about 10,000 customers. Now, many of the databases in some of these, both profit and nonprofits, you're talking about hundreds of thousands or millions of customers that are in their database. And so the extension runs this way. Here's 8,000 free, 2,000 VIP customers. The $99, here's the earnings. Here's the same $150 I showed you early on. Here's the math extension on it as well, and here's the total. So this partner would earn, in this example, of 10,000 customers at 30% commission, a little over $500,000, $509,000. The business associate who set this up with this partner, the minimum earnings the business associate would earn is 10% of the same dollars, by the way. So they would earn a little bit under $170,000, $169,800. Now, if this partner had 100,000 customers, million customers, and there are partners out there, both in the profit world and the nonprofit world, with databases in the tens of millions. So the power of the consumer is very well represented when you look at this potential here. Comes down to, what do you select? Which package is right for you? Only you can make that decision. These, again, are designed to fit your particular business plan, whether it's the team member package or the PPA, the package itself. It's up to you. Not us to tell you. Let me summarize it in this way. My background before I got involved in this industry, if you will, was in retail. That's where my education came from. I worked for a precursor chain to Walmart. You know, Walmart was just out in the rural areas before it ever came into the cities, and I saw what happened when Walmart came in the cities. They put all these different stores under one roof, and they call themselves Walmart. And I've also read the books on Sam Walton and Walmart and how they changed the dynamics of the public forever. What DubLi is doing here, folks, is exactly the same thing that Walmart did, except they're doing it on a global basis, and they're doing it online. They're doing it electronically. They're doing it in e-commerce, but not just with stores, because this is going to impact everything from children's education, how we source and pay for health insurance, life insurance, across the board. Anything and everything that can be done online will be done online, or already is being done online, depending on the country where you live in. This is not only about the opportunity to have a tremendous business, a generational business that you'll hand down to your kids and grandkids, but it's also the opportunity to be part of history in the making. Because there will be people talking about, can you believe the people that were at DubLi when this thing really came to market? You've been shown exactly what's happening. That's why, for me, I say it's a privilege and a pleasure to be able to share what I call the DubLi story. Again, our job, my job, is to give you information in as professional and concise a manner as I can. If you have questions, please get back to who invited you on this presentation. Get your questions answered. Make sure they get you what you need so you can make a good decision for yourself and your family. If you've not had that tour, please have them give you a tour so you can see all the value that operates for the consumer today. But do not let this opportunity get by you. And I will look forward to seeing you, hearing you either at an event, conference, another presentation, or training. Again, my name is Dean Manheimer. It is a privilege. Thank you all very much. God bless. Have a great evening.